at my new place. Let's go on a little walk here out of my new place in the city. All right. After going to the event last night for the Delta Chi fraternity and seeing all the guys I love so much, my last video, it helped to remind me of some of the habits that I built up here. I think are really valuable habits in staying lean and aesthetic and incredibly healthy. Let's do it. Let's talk, man. What's up? How are you? Hi. I'm making a movie. All right, baby. It is so nice out right now. It's probably about, it's got to be about 75. It's a little after 5 o'clock on a Sunday, man. I'm going for a walk. So I live in the hood, man, which has a lot of character. It's great. I love it, bro. I love it. How Tim lost 100 pounds over the last few years, and some suggestions and recommendations on how to overcome the plateaus and difficulties that you're going to face, okay, in the coming future when you're trying to lean down. Because this quest of getting lean, even if it was 100 pounds or if it was 15 pounds, the body is going to get to a point where it's no longer, it's done. You know, it's not going to drop any more fat. Now, and I don't know what that sticking point is, that set point that you're going to be at, but you're going to get to it and you're going to get frustrated. So I'm going to give you some suggestions here, man. The way that Tim lost the weight was he got into a program, which I won't mention, that basically got him into a calorie deficit where he would exercise more and eat less food, having better food choices. You're counting the calories. You're logging your exercise in. You can even do it on your phone now. I want to just give you some examples of like what was different about him when I noticed last night. A guy who lost 100 pounds from the last time I'd seen him. You know, before he was heavy, he was sweaty, and he was actually a jolly, happy guy, but he seemed sad before at times. And he definitely seemed, he seemed like he was uneasy and sad before, and almost he did have a little bit of just a hurt in him. I feel like that was gone now. Like after he lost all that weight, it was all gone, man. How are you? See those hills up there in the background? That's Bayview. That's where I just walked down from. Up in those hills. You or anyone else were in that position like Tim was, where you have a lot of weight to lose. 50 or 100 pounds or more. There's no one way that's the only best way, all right? I want you to understand that. The best way is to start. That's the best way, is to start and call it day one. That's it, you start. That's the best way. There's no best, so then day 2 and then day 3, day 4, and you build up a habit. After 30 days, you've got something going, and after 45 days, after 90 days, you really got something going on with a habit. You're building the momentum. It could be exactly how Tim did with energy balance, just simply exercising more and eating less. Okay, but I want to talk about some of the hacks that I've used to completely master my body. All right, to master it. Having the 6-pack abs all the time, shredded. Having the lean and cut up chest, and having like no loose skin like on my body, and just healthy, man, really, really healthy, and how that's happening and what's going on. Okay, so basically I'm using something called Autophagy, which is a process where the body it relies on its own fuel sources, its own fuel inside its body, inside itself, for energy. Body's creating energy from its own fuel, and that's part of what autophagy is. This autophagy process is basically allowing the body to, get into, let's say, loose skin area around the body, whether it be around the waist or wherever, and burning that for energy, keeping it really tight. So how do we do it? How do we get into this states of autophagy? Well, it's by building the habit of strategizing when to eat. So you've got this far, or you got this far. Let's say Tim got this far, losing all the weight and did good. But then the plateaus come. Plateaus are coming, and then if they haven't already, where nothing will change. You will do everything right, and nothing will change. All right? I'm telling you the truth. This happened to me, man. Everything's going. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Not getting lean, man. Where's the six-pack? What's going on? I want the six-pack abs, man. What the hell? Why can't I get it, bro? It's confusing the body at this point, and really tricking the body into training it to rely on its own fuel, its own fat, to then reveal like the true you, the true lean, healthy warrior physique inside that we all have. It's just waiting to shine through, man. It's waiting to show to the world. It's underneath all that fat, man, all the estrogen fluff. And I'm telling you, you start building this habit, you're gonna start burning it up, and you're gonna feel invincible, bro. You can do anything. It triggers something called human growth hormone. A lot of times that is something a lot of young men are seeking in shots and injections and spending a lot of money to try to get it. We actually don't need to pay for it. Instead, we just create the discipline within ourselves. The discipline of not being a scavenger and collecting food. See, by not scavenging and collecting food around all day, we build this incredible habit of when we eat. And by knowing when we're going to eat, we also have a better idea what we want to eat by listening to our cravings at that point. And it's very freeing and satisfying to give your body what it wants, especially in a place where you've been at such restriction, where Tim's been for so long. And he's done so well at going after the right foods, making the good food choices. But there comes a point where you can keep making those right choices. And those right choices, they no longer work. The body's had enough. Body is happy. It doesn't wants to force you to make it a change, right? To drop the rest of the weight. So by building up this appetite and listening to your body and waiting to eat the first meal, waiting longer than you normally do to the first meal, you may want to begin and keep on the same type of foods that you've already been eating, since you've done so well with that. But if you let yourself and build the discipline to go a little bit longer than even those first few hours after you started eating, let's say you went all the way till lunch or even later to have your first meal, you may notice that your body's going to start craving different foods. And so at that point is when you begin to let go a little bit and not be so rigid on the what you're going to eat, but you become more strict on when. All right? This is some advanced stuff, man. And I'm telling you, the only person, I think the only concept, the book that I could reference is Jason Fung's work. Dr. Jason Fung, man. He really mastered, this guy is really, he's been treating diabetic patients for years. He talks about the calorie deception and how you can do the energy balanced diet and calorie deficit diet for so long, and it works. But to reset the metabolism, to redefine the body, we have to go into longer periods of fasting. We have to not eat. That push the body into autophagy. Okay? By doing that, the body's forced into relying on its own reserve system. So my suggestion to you, Tim, or anybody else who's been in that position of dropping all that weight and done such a good job, is begin to build the habit of when you're going to eat. And try to get it to 2 o'clock. That's what I did. 2 o'clock in the beginning, and then get it all the way to 4 o'clock. And then until eventually Don't start this way, but eventually you're doing one meal a day. Eventually. And I don't mean just one meal, you eat one fast. Just like, let's say a 2 to 4 hour period where you eat. All right, that's a better way to describe it. Simple saying 1 meal a day, but 2 to 4 hours. You have a period of where you eat food, 2 hours, 4 hours a day, and that's becomes enjoyable. It's not so rigid, like, oh, dude, if I mess up, no, dude, you're okay. You start to build that habit. Force the body to becoming lean and still indulging in your favorite foods, having dessert, having a nice restaurant last night. I eat whatever I want now, man. But really, it's a satisfying feeling to go out and, man, what do I want to eat? Well, I'm going to eat it. That's it. Doesn't matter. I'm going to still be lean and shredded. So it's exciting. It's a euphoric feeling to get to that point, and it's very freeing. I want to just one more shout out to Sean Malone, dude, my big bro, and the compliment that he gave me, really meant a lot, because it's been my goal and quest in life, and that is freedom, man. True freedom. Free in all areas of life, financially, spiritually, physically, mentally. Free. Completely free. I haven't really talked about it much, but he was very clear in coming up to me, and he says that I seem free. Completely free. That was his words. I appear to be completely free, dude. And I want to thank him for that. So go after freedom, man. It feels damn good. One more thing. Never underestimate the power of walking fasted. Fasted walking when you're doing this. Every single day, doing the fasted walking for 1 hour. That is the key, man. So you have the fat, that's just like instrumental. Because you're igniting so much, you're doing the natural walking movement, and you're igniting, triggering the body to burn more of the fat reserves during the fasting period. And then when you train, always take advantage of training fasted. Okay? Always train fasted. Build the habit, man. Build the habit now, dude. Don't be training with a full stomach or any food in you. You're just wasting, you're wasting energy at that point. Valuable, potent human growth hormone secretions to power your workouts and giving you like superhuman endurance and strength and the feeling of immortality. And all you guys out there who have struggled with weight loss like Tim, or haven't had success with weight loss like Tim did, go back and you can watch this video again. It's ultimately practicing this habit of intermittent fasting and getting the body into an autophagy stage. Building this as a long-term habit will redefine your body and reset your metabolism forever. We have the metabolism again of a teenager, like I do. All right? That's all I got, man. If you like this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe down below. Put my picture down here. Well, and a couple other videos that I think you'll like, get some value out of, man. Go on a nice little walk here in San Francisco. Time for some sun gazing, bro. Gotta let you go. All around here in the ghetto. Oh God, look at this shot of Bernal Heights in the back. See Bernal Heights right there? So exciting everywhere I go, man. Falcon, what's up?